here with me, DJ Butter.
Hi, girl.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank
I'm so
you.
excited to have this interview
I'm
because
glad to be
it is
here.
really special to have a female DJ in the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Female DJ in the house. Have.
Okay, yeah. So, what we're talking about is we're trying to meet all our entertainers
Okay.
in Lagos State, and
Okay.
you are definitely one to be reckoned with.
Thank you.
So we'd like to
Thank
meet you. Like, what's your real name? Where you from? You know.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my real name is Ola Seriki.
Okay.
I'm from Lagos. My family's from Lagos. Born and raised in Lagos.
Okay.
And Ep5 actually, to be precise.
Okay.
And yeah, went to school in the States, high school and college, and now I'm back.
What did you study?
Business management.
Business. So how did someone in business manage to find herself into being a DJ?
Life, man. Life happens, you know. So how did I get into DJing? I was back in the States. I was in college,
Okay.
and I was living in Houston at the time, and my friends and I, we used to go out a lot. So we were in the party scene in Houston, and we just kind of felt like there weren't enough like good Nigerian DJs. Every time we went out, we would go home like, that DJ didn't even play. He didn't play that song. He didn't play that song. So we're just like, and then I knew all the hot songs. I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna start DJing because like we want to start having more fun when we're out. So it was just kind of like I talked about it a few times, and ultimately I took it upon myself and I started learning how to DJ.
Okay.
By myself. I'm self-taught through like YouTube videos and the internet.
Nice.
Yeah, it took me about a month of just doing absolutely nothing but watching YouTube videos.
Wow.
So like, you know, I had it locked, and then when I felt like I was ready to make like a proper move towards DJing, then I bought my controller and my speaker. Like I basically bought my equipment.
So you invested.
I invested in it. You know, learning it was free because I just used the software that I just downloaded online. But like when it was time to actually make the steps to becoming a DJ, I had to invest thousands of dollars. You know, so that's when I knew, I'm actually gonna do this. Because you know, these DJ things don't come cheap.
Now all this was when you were
In the States.
in the States.
Houston.
In Houston. Okay, fine. So when you finally go back to Nigeria, how was it like? Okay, you go back to Nigeria and you said, okay, I want to become a DJ full time in Nigeria. How was the acceptance like?
Well, I was already quite established as a DJ before I moved back.
Okay.
I had been DJing in Houston for a few years, and you know, when I moved back, I guess it was just people knew me as a DJ. I moved back to Nigeria as DJ Butter. I wasn't just getting into the DJ scene. So it was just basically, you know, getting with the right people, you know, so I can get the opportunities, you know, to actually DJ. Because I felt like I needed to prove myself. The same way I had to prove myself in the States and like make a name for myself. I was new in Nigeria, so I felt like I needed to like prove myself and make a name and make myself a staple out here. So luckily I got a few opportunities that kind of put me out there, and yeah, so far so good.
Okay, great. So you're trying to tell me that you didn't have any obstacles as in being a woman and being a DJ. Nobody looks at you like, well, that's odd.
Well, I wouldn't call it obstacles, but I know that sometimes people they don't quite believe. I don't know what they expect me to come and
It's
do.
Africa.
So like, I don't know if they expect some kind of magic or something.
Yeah.
So there are people who are a bit skeptical.
Yes.
But of course, when I get to DJing and like the party gets going, you know, they love it. They even want to come take pictures with me and stuff.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's just like, you know, I'm just doing my thing.
Okay, great. So how's it like working with Kenneth FM 104.1?
Oh, it's been great because I know Kenny from way back.
Wow.
I met Kenny like in the States, in Houston.
Okay.
He brought one of his artists at that time, his name J1. He brought J1 to Houston. They had like a concert. So I DJ'd the concert, and that's how I met them.
Oh, okay.
And you know, he was like, you know what? He loved me. He loved what I did. Like, you know, if you're ever in Nigeria, you know, holla at me. And of course, when I got here, I hit him up. You know, we didn't have quite we worked together in the past,
Okay.
even before now, but it wasn't quite like an opportunity like this. So when this opportunity came about, when he was going to start his own radio, you know, we just linked up and he offered me the position, and I was
here
like,
we are.
hell yeah, like, sign me up.
And I love your show 12 to 4.
Thank you. Yeah.
Fantastic. And 3 to 4 you do something. You call it DJ Butter Jam Session.
Yes,
What's that about?
we be jamming. So, you know, as on the show on
Yeah.
Kenneth 104.1,
Yeah.
I wear 2 hats. I'm an OAP, I anchor the show, but then I'm also a DJ. So the first 3 hours from 12 to 4, I'm 12 to 3,
Yeah.
I do OAP business, just hosting the show. We take calls, read messages, you know, just like doing my thing. And then in that last hour, I dedicated to my DJing, you know, because that's
Okay.
also a part of me. So I just dedicated 3 to 4. I get on the 1s and 2s. I step away from the mic and I hop on the decks. And yeah, I named it the DJ Butter Jam Session because we're
Nice.
jamming, right? it's always turns. I always have fun in the studio.
Oh, great. And did I mention that she's award winning?
Yes, I
Yeah,
Yes.
she recently just got an award. Oh my god, as an OAP of the year.
Thank you.
Like,
Yes,
wow.
I did. Yes, from City People magazine. So it's pretty legit.
How was that? How was the
Unreal.
feeling? How
It was
the feeling?
unreal.
That's the first award, right?
Yes, and it came like, you know, I've only been on air for like 4 months now, like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. Yeah,
Wow.
Curtis FM. You know, we're relatively new.
Yes.
So when I got, you know, City People came to the studio, they
Okay.
got these letters saying that we had been nominated. Kenny Ogungbe was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wow.
So he was getting an award. So they came to tell us that
Yes.
one. But then they also told me like I was nominated. I'm like, wait, everybody was nominated or me? They're like, no, just you. I'm like, ah. So yeah, it was very exciting. So, and I was like, well, oh my gosh, I want to win so bad. Like, can I tell my listeners to vote? Or something? They're like, no, it's not like that. Like, you know, they were the ones who like managed the whole like.
So you're gonna know who's gonna win. And
Yeah,
all of
they're
that.
like, you know, we couldn't manipulate it in any way. Like people couldn't vote or anything.
Oh,
It wasn't
okay.
up to the
Not up for votes
masses.
and-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, I was just very excited to even be nominated because, you know, I just felt like I was being recognized for something that I did, and that's amazing. That
Something you
feeling,
enjoy doing.
exactly, and like the fact it was like positive reinforcement. Clearly, I'm doing something right for
Yeah.
me to even be
Nominated in the first place.
So I was just
And then winning.
I was cool with being nominated. Like, okay, so somebody is definitely listening to me.
you.
And then to go up there and actually win, when they called my name, like my my colleagues told me that I sat, like I didn't get up. Everybody jumped up but I was still sitting like, what? Did they just call my name?
Mimi.
So yeah, it was definitely great. And then I went up there. Patrick Doyle gave me my award. I did a little speech. I kept it cute and short, you
Oh
know.
my God.
I didn't want them to use music to send me off the stage. Okay, that's enough. But yeah, it was cool. It's really nice. My award is at home, shining.
Lovely. Many more to come though.
Amen. Thank
It was
you.
so nice having you here. Thank you for your
So
time.
good to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, there you have it. Remember to write down that vision and run with it. Bye-bye.